Welcome to the Inner Champion podcast. My name is Maxine Noel, former international athlete, now NLP certified coach. My mission is to help athletes and professionals get out of their own way, ditch the idea of perfection, and optimize their true potential. In this podcast, we will talk about mindset, emotions, self-actualization, self-confidence, performance, authenticity, and much more. So if you're ready to start this journey with me, well, let's get started. Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Maxine, your host. I'm super happy to be back with you for this new episode. Today, we will talk about identity. So I've been pretty obsessed with identity recently, and I felt called to just share with you what I had on my mind, and hopefully it will resonate with you and you will take away something from this. Or not. Maybe you're just gonna enjoy listening to me, and that is just fine. That is just okay with me. So identity, why have I been so obsessed with this so lately? Well, personally, in my own story, I've realized maybe 2 years ago, even just the beginning of 2020, so a year ago actually, I realized that I had no idea who I was. And I know this is a big question to ask yourself, like, who am I? And it is a pretty complex question as well. Like, what are you supposed to answer? Like how you define yourself with words, it's pretty difficult. And I feel we miss a lot of things when we try to define who we are and we try to fit in certain ideas. So what you have to know, and what I've come to realize also, is that we've been taught to see ourselves a certain way through time. Meaning that when we were younger, our parents taught us and told us that we were extrovert, that we were shy, that we were really loud, that we're really quiet, that we knew too much, or we're talking too much, or we're not talking enough, and all that kind of stuff. And when we're younger, we just accepted these concepts, these ideas of who we are. Because obviously as a child, you don't define yourself with words. You just are. You are. You just be on a day-to-day basis. But you learn from your surroundings what you are. And you come to an agreement. Like, we come to an agreement at some point with, you know what? Yes, I am shy. Yes, I'm pretty loud. Yes, I'm like this, I'm like that. And with these agreements, we define ourselves in a certain way. And we believe that we are like this, and that's it. This is who we are, who we have always been, and this is how we're going to be in the future as well. But what I understood is that this is false. We don't really stay the same unless we decide and choose to stay the same. You see, the concept of identity is complex because we are the one choosing who we are. We've learned to see ourselves a certain way through the eyes of certain people, through their reflection. We saw ourselves in a certain way, and we accepted their ideas of who we are. But the truth is, we are the one choosing and accepting these ideas as fact. So a year ago, when I came to realize that I didn't know who I was pretty perplexed to find and know exactly what am I supposed to be. It was a pretty intense questioning. And I was like, how am I supposed to describe myself? Like, I've always seen myself a certain way. Is this who I am? Is it not? And there's no right or wrong in these answers and in these questions. It's just that it has to come from within. And the only way we can really find who we are is by asking yourself the good questions, asking yourself the right questions, actually. And the right questions are not that complex. It just asks us to be honest with ourselves, honest with what we truly want. Because for so long, and I've been in this position so many times, we try to fit in with people. And this is why we accept their idea of who we are. We try to fit in, and we are good at adapting ourselves to whatever thing people want us to be. So when we are with a group of people, maybe you too, you have a facility to just know what people are looking for, how they want you to behave, how they want you to be, and you follow that easily. Because this is what we've learned when we went to school. We had to follow the rules, and when we are with our parents when we're younger, we had to follow the rules, also follow their way of doing and being. So we're pretty good at adapting. But thing is, when we become an adult, this does not serve us as well, because we lose ourselves in these fake identities. We lose ourselves in who we are supposed to be, because we kind of don't know. We think we're supposed to be a certain way, but in fact, we don't have to be a certain way. We want to be a certain way. That's what we have to look for. What do we want exactly to be? What do we really want? Not what mom or dad or the teacher or whoever else told you to be. What do you specifically want to be? And when I say want to be, I'm not looking for a title, an achievement, something that you want to get. I'm talking about who you are as a person, your being, the way that you show up. How do you do the things? Not what things do you do, how do you do the things? And this is something that you can build from yourself. Actually, it's something that you rediscover, not something that you create, actually. It's something that you learn to listen to more and more every day. So when you take the time to just sit down, quiet your mind, even though it doesn't mean to just don't hear anything, but let the thoughts be and let them go around and let your mind wander. And at the same time, just take the time to connect with yourself. You can ask questions like, what lights me up? What makes me feel good? What makes me feel happy? What do I like doing? What do I don't like? As well, we can do in this side as well. But just asking honestly, what do you like? What makes you smile? What makes you laugh? What makes you feel at peace? And if there's no answers coming up, I would say it's okay. Just let yourself be with the silence and let yourself be comfortable with whatever comes up. It might take a little time. Maybe you need to journal about it. But this is really the first step. Being aware that how you see yourself is maybe not your real self. And that is okay, because you've been told to be a certain way, to be accepted, to feel good about yourself. But now, as a grown-up adult, you have the choice to be whoever you want, whatever pleases you, whatever you feel good about. You can be that. You have the choice to be like that. So when I hear sometimes, I'm not a confident person. I don't trust myself. I'm pretty shy. These concepts are have been learned from you. And they're only concepts. They are not truth. They are only facts if you decide that they are. So, great example of that. As a child, I used to be really extrovert. I will be loud. I will talk a lot. I would love to go on a scene and just do my thing and do a show and really be out there. That was my thing. Had a lot of energy, and it kind of yelled, look at me, look how good I am, and all that kind of stuff. Had a lot of energy. And then at some point, someone shut that down. In my story, I would say I've been told to quiet down and to, relax and chill and not be so energetic. And doing that, I came to an agreement with myself that I am a shy person. I'm introvert because I stopped wanting to be out there. I stopped wanting to be, the person talking in front of everybody and that kind of stuff. And I accepted another role. I adapted myself to this other way of being, which was being an introvert, being shy. Yeah. So for a long time, I really thought that I was an introvert person, that I was shy. Like I would describe myself as that, like I'm a shy person. Oh, I'm pretty introvert. And the more that I would say that about myself, the more it was true. Like I would follow that because this is the way I was seeing myself, until I got a coaching call with a close friend of mine, someone I got my certification with, an NLP certification. And like she was doing a kind of personality test type of thing. And she was like, "You're not an introvert, you're extrovert." I'm like, no, I'm an introvert. She's like, "Yeah, right. Like you like doing this and that, and you do this and you do that. You like to teach in front of people. You like to do conferences. You like to coach people. Like you're not really an introvert. You like to be with people. You like to express yourself. You like to do that." And I was like, wow, that is so true. Like I never realized that. I kind of shut that part of myself so long ago that I just accepted that I was an introvert and a shy person. So that just shows you that whoever you think you are, you will be. So whatever you want to be, you can be as well. It's not set in stone. You are not what you are, and who you are is gonna grow. It's gonna change through time as well. With time, you maybe have different interests. In a couple of years, who knows? Maybe you would have different goals. Who knows? You might change your taste, but you still remain you, who you are, with your stories, with your memories, with your beliefs. You are a unique person. But whatever you want to be, you can be. So you want to be confident? Well, see yourself as someone who's confident. And you can act as if, or you can have representation of people who are confident and see for yourself, what do they have that I have as well that can makes me feel this way. And just know that when we want to be a certain thing, when we see something in someone else that we like, that we're attracted to, and that feels like, I want to be like this. Well, it means that part of us is already like that. Like there's a part of us that already know what it is to be like this. We just have to not develop how to be like this, but just let ourselves be this way. Again, guys, it's a choice to be whatever you want. You want to see yourself as a champion? You want to be a champion? You have to see yourself as a champion. You want to have a better relationship with yourself? What would that look like, having a great relationship with yourself? What would you do? What would you like to do? What are the things that make you feel good? What are your passions? What do you do that no matter what the time is, you still do it? You have to look for the things that makes you feel a certain way, makes you feel good about who you are, makes you feel good about yourself, and just allow yourself, give yourself permission to be that fully. This is what identity is, because your identity, it is something that you choose for yourself. You have your own essence, you have your own gifts, you have your own things that you can do, and deep down, allowing to be fully yourself, fully express, it is entirely up to you to let it be. It's not supposed to be something that you have to do, like have to be this way. This should work this way. I have to be like this person if I want to succeed, or I have to be like this athlete if I want to have great result. No. It's not about the thing that you have to do or should do, or, all these words, I should, I have to. These are like, how do I say that? They do not feel good. They feel like obligations. They are obligations. And we're not trying to find what you should be or you have to be. We're trying to look for what you want to be. What do you desire to be? And know that what you want and what you desire is perfect. It is what you should be and do. That's it. You don't have to be a certain way. You just can let yourself be what you want, what you desire, what makes you feel good. It's all about that. So if you are on this journey, like myself, to discover more and more of who you are, I highly suggest you to just ask yourself on a daily basis, what makes me feel good? What lights me up? What can I do today that's going to make me feel great? And I know this is more of me. How can I show more of myself through the things that I do? Because it doesn't matter what you decide to do. It just matters who you are when you do it. This is why identity is so important. It's not the next advice, the next thing that you want to do that's going to make the whole difference. Because there's so much solutions and tools and things that exist to help you achieve certain things. I could tell you to go meditate about it, go journal about it. But again, it's not the tool that's going to make the difference. Is if you believe that the tool will help you, if you feel good about this tool, if you feel great about this, just listen more to yourself. And I would say that is the second aspect. We don't know ourselves that much because we don't take the time to ask ourselves the good questions. We don't take the time to just sit with ourselves and say all right, what's up? How am I doing today? What do we want to do? Ask yourself that once in a while instead of just following a schedule or plan for the day. Yes, you need structure and, discipline, but that goes also with intuition and asking yourself what you feel like doing and how do you want to feel while you do these things. Because like I said, yes, you're going to have a schedule. You have things to do during the day. But you can ask yourself how you want to feel while doing those things. Let yourself be more. And if you want to see yourself as positive, just let yourself imagine what it'd be like to be positive in this situation. Because again, the things that comes back the most for me when I coach athletes or I coach professionals is I am a negative person. I am not confident. I want to be confident. I want to be positive. Well, it also with you allowing yourself to be positive and believe that it's going to be all right if you're positive. Because you're learning a new way of being. You're teaching yourself to think differently, which is huge. And it's normal that you do not trust the whole process. And that is part of the process. So just let yourself experience with that. So yeah, this is what I've had on my mind for the last couple of days. The identity concept, who we are. I know, again, it's a huge question, but it's not something that you find one day. You're like, oh, this is who I am. You would never be able to describe yourself in only one sentence. You are so complex as a person, meaning you are made of polarities, you're made of extremes, and it's perfect like that. I mean, we are human beings. We are not only rainbows and butterflies. We do live different type of emotion in our day. We can feel differently in our day, but we just have to feel good about it and just know that we are not trying to prove anything or impress anyone. We're doing things for us. And the more that we devote ourselves to learning more about who we are, the better we will feel doing the things that we do and the better result we will get. So it's really a matter of choice, making a conscious choice of just being authentic. And being authentic also means just giving our best, not being perfect. just giving our best and experience with that. This is a work in progress. This is called self-actualization. It is something that we work on a daily basis until the end of time. And it's fabulous like that. There's nowhere to go. It's just continuous exploration of our being. And this is beautiful. So I invite you to, just question yourself once in a while about the things you like. And that can be as simple as, what is my favorite meal? What is my favorite color? What are the things that I like to do when I just want to have fun? What are the things that makes me feel great? What do I do to take care of myself? All that kind of stuff. So yeah, just start small with that and see for yourself how it goes. And if you have more question about it, just feel free to send me a message on Instagram. I am pretty active on there, so you can find me under the handle of iam.maxinenoel. And if you feel called to just do more about this, if you feel stuck in your situation right now, if you don't know how to do this and you would like to explore more this area, you want to know more about who you are and you want to feel free of what are your expectations and the image you have about yourself, I would love to guide you in this journey. I would love to support you in there and coach you if it's something you would like. So again, feel free to contact me on Instagram or even send me a message in the comment. Feel free to do so. I offer one-on-one coaching and also I have different programs. So we'll see what fits you best. But if it's something you would like to do for yourself, again, to optimize your potential, to just ditch the idea of perfection, knowing that you can just be you and be whole, this is what I would like you to feel and what I would like to offer you. So yes, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.